Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to be wowed by our incredible guest. Hailing from the vibrant island of Jamaica and now lighting up the entertainment scene in Toronto, this dynamic actor, rapper, and producer has been making waves in the film industry for over a decade. His journey is a testament to his dedication and versatility, with diverse training from LB Acting Studios, Kim Herndon Casting, and Second City Toronto, as well as expert mentorship from industry pros in Toronto and New York. You can currently catch our guest as Dr. Marvin Bell in the thrilling TV series Urban Legends on Discovery Plus and Travel Channel. But soon he'll be captivating audiences on Amazon Prime as Simon in the highly anticipated series Yes, You Can. And if you're a fan of sketch comedy, don't miss his hilarious performance in The Desert, coming soon to Crave. Now, with 102 credited acting titles, including hits like 10 Toes Down, Grief, Do for Love, Yes You Can, What Jennifer Did, Last Resort, Rev, and The Skyjacker's Tale, he is a force to be reckoned with in this industry. He has a catalog of short films, music videos, and original songs. His album, Hustler, is a testament to his incredible talent and versatility, a seamlessly blend of storytelling with catchy beats and meaningful lyrics, which is truly remarkable. He is a Toronto International Nollywood Award winner for Best Music Video. He's living the dream and slaying every creative endeavor he touches. Our guest is here to entertain, inspire, and blow you away. So without further ado, let's give a thunderous welcome to the phenomenal Martin Huss. Martin, thank you so much for your time and welcome to the show.
No, thank you so much for having me. This is great.
I want to dive into it with you, Martin.
Yeah, let's do it.
You're working as an actor in the wonderful city of Toronto. Why acting? Why this industry?
Well, I mean, for me, it's I don't want to say I got the acting bug at an early age, but I'm always like requoting, like quoting movies and different shows and stuff like that, doing impersonations and imitations at a very young age. And I'm like, I knew that I wanted to obviously do this thing. I just didn't know when, and I tried it when I was 19 and realized that you might need money. So, so then I tried it again when I was 27, when I was in a much better place, had my own place, all that stuff, and living more like an adult kind of thing. And then yeah, since then, since 2011, it's just been go go go. Learning how to survive out here and finding my own opportunities and stuff. And I think that's what kind of helped me to be where I'm at today.
So I want to ask you this. When people say, we caught the acting bug at an early stage, what does that mean to you?
Well, I think it's really, if you really break it down, I think all of us has caught the acting bug. When I say all of us, I don't mean actors, I mean human beings, because it's play, right? It's a sense of play. So we all start playing as infants, toddlers, and whatnot. So yeah, we're really just, we all have like a very active imagination, especially when we're younger, and we're just expanding that as we grow. So I think it's pretty much in all of us. I don't think it's like a specificity in that.
So I want to go back. I love what you had said that, you tried out acting and then, you turned 19 and realized that you needed money and stopped until roughly about 27.
Yeah.
It's such a unique comment and not many people will know this, but so why did you take this, gap years, if you will, from looking at a career or taking this as a career hobbyist to full time?
So yeah, so 19, coming out of high school and whatnot, I was in the auto body and damage collision repair field. And then I was just like, well, you know what, let me see what this is like. And then realized that, well, I don't know anybody or any of that. I don't know where to really start because the internet, it wasn't what it was back then that it is today with all the resources and stuff, right? And the networks and whatnot for the most part. You can literally just go on Facebook and type a question and you'll have all of them, or Google, right? Because everybody else has asked that question at some point. I almost feel like it wasn't even available at that point. So yeah, so back then with that, I tried it and then saw that yeah, there was no money coming in, and I don't know how I'm gonna pay my cell phone bill. Kind of thing. So then I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Maybe I'll just continue in this field, make some money, kind of thing. See what else I can do. And then essentially, I started working multiple jobs. So that's where I got the nickname Hustler because my friends nickname me that because since I was 19, I've never really had less than 2 to 3 jobs kind of thing. And then, yeah, by the time I hit 27, I'm like, okay, I think I've figured it out where um, I knew I wanted to jump back into it. And I was trying to solve the issue of the starving artist, right? Because you hear that term all the time. Are you sure you want to do this? Because starving artist, starving artist. So then I'm like, okay, so working full time and trying to do acting, I don't know if that works so well. So I need to pretty much make part-time money, but work part-time, but be paid full-time money. What industry does that for you? And I'm like, well, you need commission or tips, right? Which is why most of us are servers or bartenders. So I'm also a bartender because that's just how that works. And I've been with the same place since 2013. So by doing that, taking care of that necessity where now I can survive financially and carry out this thing. And the great part about bartending or serving, you can always swap shifts with other servers or bartenders and stuff. And yeah, you can always just kind of like make time. So and then since then I felt like I was at a good foundation to like really go for it.
So I want to ask you this question. What came first, the musical journey or the acting?
It's always the question. But yes. Um uh, I if I really was to think back, I mean, I probably would be singing more songs than I would be acting out more scenes at an earlier age, if that makes sense. Because you're always humming some kind of tune or whatnot. And then, yeah, then watching certain movies brought out a bit more of the creativity and recreation of certain scenes and stuff. But I think the music probably started most of it like back in Jamaica. So I was born there back in '85, and growing up with obviously the reggae heads, Bob Marley. Um, Ziggy Marley, Buju Banton, and all of them, right? So imitating some of them and getting like a great response, especially in the talent shows in school, right? I was doing Sean Paul and stuff in school, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is kind of nice, this is something, and realizing that okay, maybe I got something here, right? Because even now when I do karaoke, people just like, is that actually, um, not to toot my own horn. It's just I've been practicing all my life, kind of thing. So if I was to be honest, I would probably say the music would probably had a stronger start. But then when I was actually deciding in 2011 if I wanted to pursue music more or acting more because I wrote a few songs then. They weren't anything that were starter, but at the same time, you just try to see what comes up from it. And then I found that because back in 2011, they were still handing out CDs, like they're still busking, they're still doing a lot of that. It wasn't the digital age, right? So, so I'm like, I feel like I might find more avenues with acting because they say the whole networking thing, right? And once you go to an audition, you're gonna see all the other actors there, and you can do all that. If you go somewhere downtown and you see another musician, everybody is kind of like to themselves more or less, right? Or I don't think the environment is the same, or at least not back then, where you can just, so who's your agent and where do you get your auditions? As opposed to, so how can I do some shows with you? It's
Yeah.
like, well, you can't because, well, you can audition for a job, like, because there's always these different roles. And like a short film, you have all these different roles in front and behind the camera, right? For music, it's the person.
Yeah.
Unless you're in a band or something, right? It's the person. So then I said, okay, you know what? Let's do the acting thing. And then in 2012, I wrote my first official single, and then I did my first music video in 2015. And I'm like, oh, well, you know what? Maybe I can actually just do both of these because, as you said, like working 2 or 3 jobs, you're able to support yourself a lot more financially. So you can afford to kind of like spread a little bit thinner kind of thing. And then since then, I've been kind of working at both. The acting stuff, obviously, because I said with the network and the connections that you make, it comes a lot faster because way more people trying to, I don't want to say trying to help each other, but there's a larger web kind of thing versus the music.
No, that's very well put. There's, you have your camera, your ADs, your lighting, your text, your grips, your mayor and makeup, and there's more people there that say, "Hey, I know a guy. Let me give him a call for you."
Yeah.
Now, you actually have your album out. It's called Hustla, which from your friend's nickname for you. Do you
Yeah.
have a favorite song on that album?
Yes. So now don't hate me, but so my rap name is Hustler, and the album is called Liven Up the sorry, the album is called Fine With Me. It's an
Mm.
EP, it's a 5-song EP. And one of my favorite songs on there, believe it or not, it actually shifted. Because at first when I did it, I thought "Watch Out for Me," which is the last song on there, would be my favorite because it's the one that took the most time. It's the one that has the most lyricism to it, kind
Right.
of thing. Like when you break down each line word bar for bar, kind of thing. But then the world, because you don't choose the world, like the live, not the party one, because it's the party vibe kind of thing, and it's the one that got all the Shazams when I released it and stuff. It's still all over the world, Moscow, here, there. I'm like, how did you guys even hear it? Kind of thing. So live at the party. But then I think at this point, if I was to choose one, it would be the Crazy Life of Ours one, which is a slower song, slower kind of R&B vibe to it. It still has like the pop rap kind of elements to it. But yeah, so that one has more of a personal connection. And that one is contrived of, multiple friends like talking to me about their situations and stuff like that, and me blending it all together for this song and just talking about this crazy life of ours kind of thing. And, take your time through it. And, we're all on this planet for a limited amount of time. So you might as well slow down and catch your breath. And that's what the song is about kind of thing. So then and that's the one that got the award, consequently. So it's like, yeah, the message would be the strongest for that song.
And
Yeah.
with your music and film that you're doing and everything else you're doing on the side, do you feel that your music influences your acting and vice versa?
Absolutely. Like, yeah, the music, you're pretty much, I mean, both of them, you're sharing parts of yourself, but the music is, I think you get to add a little bit more of a personal touch
Hmm.
to the music. And with the acting, the emotional training and all that you get, you kind of handing it over to the music and vice versa. So now when you're singing because of doing the music videos, especially when you're singing the songs and whatnot, and even creating the songs, you're thinking about how you can picture it cinematically as well, too, right? Because yeah, you're writing the lyrics and stuff, but then you do your tweaks, especially if you're planning to do a music video for it, to think about the cinematic universe of the song. So yeah, it plays a part hand in hand that way as well. And also so that EP I released, I'm working on my album now, and one for sure, maybe two of them are going to be designed more like a soundtrack,
Right.
right? Because playing with the sync royalties elements of TV and film, I have a couple of songs already that are one of them is in this series, the Yes You Can. Another one is in this short film I did with called Double X Protocol with robots and AI and stuff like that. So yeah, so the filmmakers that I'm working with, royalty free music more or less. It's just like, well, you're the author, the composer, so this is great, and we love your music, so why don't we just feature it in our movies? And I'm like, absolutely, yes, please. And that's how it kind of like lends itself.
Oh, that's really cool. Here's the royalty-free music and feature by songs. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You had mentioned earlier that you had, your guilty pleasure is what I'll refer to it as these karaoke bars that you love so much
Yeah.
when you're doing this. Do you have a go-to karaoke song?
Oh no, the go-to. I mean, so there's a lot. I used to host karaoke back in 2012, actually. So there's a lot up there. But the go-to one, if you're just trying to, I guess, shut the place down, would be Busta Rhymes' "Look at Me Now." Busta Rhymes, Chris Brown, Lil Wayne, "Look at Me Now" song. That'll do it every single time because it's that fast rap.
That's neat that you've said that. I think a lot of people would have said, "Oh no, it's Journey," but I like how you came up with
Well, Journey, because it's everybody's singing it. It's Journey. What do you call it? Oh my God. In the end, the Lincoln Park will shut the place down as well. But what's it called? Oh, I can't think of it. It's gonna bother me.
Oh, the "Don't Stop Believing."
But yeah, no, that's a Journey song. But there's another one. Oh, I can't think of it right now. That everybody sings all the time, and as soon as you start singing it, the whole place will sing it with you. Obviously, like "Living on a Prayer," Bon Jovi and stuff. But there's another one. I can't think of it. It'll come to me at some point because I'm trying to really think of it. So that's why it's not coming. But yes. but yeah, I also do as I said, like the imitations to impersonations, like even Bob Marley's like Redemption Song kind of thing. So that one you know, turns some heads because they'll hear me talking like this, and then all of a sudden you hear all pirates, yes, there are I, sold I to the merchant ships, kind of thing. They're like, oh, what? Where's that coming from, right? Or as I said, like with the Sean Paul, it's like, "Make me see the gal and back up on the floor for me the one that work is performer. For me the one the man we can't turn you on, gal make us see when you're upon ya." And like the Busta Rhymes, right? Let's go. Cause I'm feeling like a man and I'm feeling like you gotta get away, get away, get away, but I know that I don't and I won't ever stop because then I got away in every day. So as soon as you start doing that, people are like, oh, what's going on? Because they're engrossed in their conversation and stuff, right? So as soon as they hear some of this, like, oh, we don't hear that every day, kind of thing, for the most part, right?
Yeah, it peels them out of their own. Hey, what's that? Where's that coming from? No, I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Now I want to ask you, Martin, with all the training that you've had and your experience on television, film, behind the scenes, in front of the camera, and even with your music, what's something, let's say, what's a piece of advice or a comment someone's made to you that's just stuck with you from day one till now?
Um, there is a phrase that has stuck with me, and it's and that has helped in so many scenarios, whether it be acting, music, personal life, because sometimes you feel like you should be a little bit further than you are, or sometimes you feel like it's not working out as well, whatever you're planning to do, kind of thing. And then sometimes you feel like, oh, okay, actually, everything is great right now. And it almost seems like it just balances or evens itself out. And it's really just your mindset at the time. And then you start seeing, oh, well, it's so slow. I got nothing else, network, this or that. And then all of a sudden, these people are saying, hey, by the way, we're looking for this person for this. Are you available? Do I have to audition? No, no, we love you, Mario. We just want you in this. It's like, so the phrase is, it takes the time it takes,
Oh,
right? And that's it, right? It literally takes the time it takes. You go out there, do what you do, your passion, follow your passion, your drive, and as long as you're doing it, people will notice because people love seeing other people follow their dreams and paths and whatnot, right? And I think that's the essential goal of everybody else. It's
mhm.
just sometimes situations don't allow it, right? So then people admire the ones who are able to stay with it and still support themselves and still carry on. And I think yeah, like just knowing that and just thinking about that, just it actually does take the time it takes. Like when we're getting all these auditions and stuff, right? It doesn't mean you're going to book every single one of them, but you will book. Sometimes my years are different. Some years I start off at the beginning of the year, all of a sudden I start booking right out the gate from the year, and then like it slows down in the summer, and I'm like, oh, what happened? And then in the wintertime it picks back up. So like 2022, it was like all the whole year was just like nuts. And then with 2023, it started off pretty good, and then from February till like June or July,
Mhm.
nothing. And I got all the auditions, right? Like, I mean, I received the auditions, I did them, I had quite a few callbacks. They were calling that the year of the callbacks. You're getting all these callbacks and not booking anything, right? And then I'm like, oh, well, you just got to keep going. And then August 4 commercials, September 3 series, this, and it's just I'm like, and just finished the year like the strongest year that I've ever had. I'm like, literally, it takes the time it takes. That's it.
I love that quote. And with your experience in the diverse roles that you've played from commercial again to television and film,
Mm.
is there a character that you still are waiting to play?
Hmm. I mean, it's not a superhero character, so I guess it can't. I don't have all the combat training and whatnot but those would be some of the cool roles for me anyway, because I watched all these superhero movies and stuff growing up, and then the traditional Dragon Ball Z stuff
Mm.
kind of thing, like huge on a lot of that. And then when you see like the Avatar: The Last Airbender or any of those things, the Power Rangers, like if you're dating yourself going way back to any of that, or your Pokemon or any of that. So that is always in there, like seeing our own Simu Lee. Lee? Is it Lee? His last name? I'm screwing it up. He's gonna hate me, but it's gonna be okay. We acted in actually a couple things back in 2013 before he blew up and stuff, right? But yeah, like seeing him play like Shang-Chi, right, kind of thing. Obviously, he's got like a lot of training behind it in regards to like the martial arts and stuff like that, because that's a huge, obviously, aspect of it. But something like that, I think, would be cool for myself to do
So
that I haven't done yet.
speaking of so like action roles and superheroes, if you had to pick one song from your album that would be, let's say, a theme song for
Mm-hmm.
your superhero, which song would you pick?
Oh, oh wow, that's a toughie. Um, I think it's not from the album. It's one of my singles actually. It's the one that we're actually doing the music video for this the 20th of July, but it's called Burning It All. So that one is just the faster paced vibe kind of thing. The way how the beat comes in, it's just nonstop, just like fire because it's a fire theme song. But yeah, like with that one, I would see that for like a high action sequence kind of thing, and then that song just going, and then everybody. It's almost like I don't know if you've seen the series Arcane,
Mhm.
with and then they had the Imagine Dragons enemy song
Yeah,
kind of thing, right? I mean, that one fits so well. Obviously, the storyline plays with it and everything else. But yeah, it's something like that where for the fight sequences, this song starts playing and it'll get everybody hyped kind of thing. So Burning It All would be the song.
awesome. And Martin, where can people learn more about you?
So I'm on everything, literally all the platforms. I have an acting website, martinhuss.ca. I have my music website, hustla.com. But you can, I guess, just Google them for Martin Huss on Google, and it'll all come up. Same thing with Hustla. As long as you spell it right, which is HUSSLAAH. Because when I do this for my music and the name and the name of my songs as well. I research them first to see if there are any famous names with those titles to try to bring myself higher on the queue, right? So with the Hustler, at first I had it spelled as one A, and then I saw all these other ones on different platforms. So then I added the other A, and nobody else spells their name that way. So I will come up 100% of the time as long as it's spelled the right way, kind of thing.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's really unique. I like how you've done that. Now, Martin, if we asked your friends, what do you think they would say that some is something that people tend to misunderstand about you?
Misunderstand. Hmm. That's that's a hard one. What do people misunderstand?
Well, I'll tell you, what's something that people would be surprised to learn about you?
Um, well, I mean that it's for that it's really more the skill sets or whatever is when you do this? Oh, I didn't know that. Like when I say that I was part of the UWO, the Western University salsa team or the breakdancing. Like, oh, you do salsa? And yeah, I also did swing as well. You do swing dance kind of thing. Uh Something like that. But aside from that, I was supposed to be an auto mechanic. Like I did all my hours, I did my 4 years, but then the shop didn't have a valid mechanical license, so the paperwork didn't get finalized, kind of thing, or else I would have been a licensed mechanic. So there's that. But then film came in, right? So then it kind of works itself out. I
Okay,
don't know if I answered the question, but
no, no, that works. Yeah. And if you could have any superpower, which one would it be?
ooh, well, I feel like as human beings with our energies, I feel like I might be closer to telekinesis than anything else. So I'll choose that one.
No, that's fair. And Martin, what's something that scares you the most?
Scares me the most. Uh, um, Aside from like heights, like the drop zone kind of thing, I'm good with certain levels, but drop zone I wouldn't do. I wouldn't do the skydiving, any of that. Um, but these questions. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. My car breaks that? No, that's not right.
You're unscarable. I love it. It's the best. Bring it
Yeah,
on.
well, I mean,
Throw everything at them.
well, yeah, literally, like you're always trying to have some kind of contingency. Something else is gonna work out, kind of thing. So it's not really. Oh, hmm.
Well, I'll tell you what, Martin, I have time for one last question for you, sir.
Yes,
It's
please.
what makes Martin Huss smile?
Aside from everything, no, I'm kidding. I think, yeah, just having a good network around me, kind of thing. Just people every day. I always say it's really hard to be mean to somebody when all they're being is kind to you, kind of thing. So like while I'm bartending, you could see some people look like they're not having a good day, and you just go up to them. It's like, hey guys, welcome to this place. What's the name of it? What can I get for you? And they're like, yeah, can we just get this? Oh, absolutely. Are you trying to do this as well? I saw you waiting by the machine over there. Did you want me to just help you with that here? Oh, okay. And you could just watch their moods change, right? Because, or even if I just finished a conversation with a coworker and then I turn, but I'm still laughing, then you're just forced to kind of like smile, if not like laugh a little bit with you, right? Because it's contagious. So, yes.
No, I love that. Martin, as I said, that was the last question I had for you today on Coffee with Chris. I really appreciate your time being here. Everyone out there, Google Martin Huss, Google Hustle, HUSSLAAH. Check it out. You got to get everywhere you can with this. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Remember to smile to inspire and have a fantastic day.
Thanks so much, Chris.